In this video, we'll take a look at the enhancements that have been made to the query import feature. First, let's take a look at the query that we're going to import. We imported into a group called test. We're currently in the Emlyn and Muth group. And we have some parameters on this query. Those will remain and get pulled over with the import. We have a few with queries here, and the way they're named kind of give away what's going on. This is an alias schema with a schema named 90s rock within the from. Got a few of those. This is just a regular table reference. This will remain after the import, doesn't get cleared out or anything. And in the main, we have a regular old schema. So let's go take a look at what happens when we import this. Over in our other group test, I'm going to click the import button, and it's a regular search table like we have throughout the rest of the application. So you could use the filters, sorts, and whatnot to find the query that you want. I happen to know this one by name, so I could search for it. So we are going to check the box next to the query we want to import and then click Start Import. Now this is the new screen that helps us replace the schema references that are used in the query. And we have three options to do so. We could blank it out, in which case once we land on the query edit page, we could go and fill those in that way. Or we could choose existing, which would allow us to use an existing data source schema that we have within our current group. Or we could choose new copy, which will create a new copy of the schema that's used in the query, and it will create that new copy in a data source that you choose. So the replacement type options that you pick are here. But first, I just want to point out here that we could also kind of get an idea of where these are within the query. So we got a little context here. It shows the path to where that schema is within the query. So here we know we're in a with query, and it's the second one, and in the from we have a data source. This one's a little nested a little deeper. In a with queries, fourth one, it's in a join, and on the left side of that join is a union, and yada yada yada. And notice they exist in multiple places, and they're going to get replaced in both of those places. All right, with whatever option we choose. So this one, let's choose existing. And we'll do the same for this one. If you haven't already a data source and schema for this, you could create it on the fly using the create new. We'll just use these since I already have them set up. For this one, let's choose new copy. And we'll have that go and import demo as well. And we'll leave this last one blank to see what happens with that. All right, we're all set. Let's click import. And now we're on our query edit page. It's we're in a state where it's new. It hasn't been saved. The save button is disabled because we chose blank for that last one. We'll have to go and fill that one in. Here's our parameters that are still there. And in this one, this is the copy. This is one that we said new copy for, and we could open that one up and see that this one was created in our data source. Table reference, still there. And if we look in the other places, those have been updated accordingly based on our selections. And lastly, in the main, we just have to replace that ourselves. And then we're able to save this. As a bonus, we are creating copies of schemas through this import process. So I thought, why not add the ability to copy a schema within your group. So let's take a look at that. So if I go to my data sources and I go to import demo, this is the one that was actually just created. I'm going to click to select that one, and then I could choose copy. And I could rename this. And I could even put that in a different data source. So if I want to put it in data source test, down below I could take a look at the columns that exist. I can't edit them, but I could see the columns that are in the schema. And then I just click save, and we can see we're already there. If I'm in data sources, there's test, and yep, there's the one that was just created. I actually recorded this before a second recording, and so that's the schema that we copied.